Hello everyone, Thomas here from ScaleCustomz, and today I'm going to show you guys what I used to build this trailer. It's a shelf. It's kind of hard to tell, and then the reason I'm making this video is just to show you guys what I used. It's really not a how-to video on how to make this trailer. Maybe you can get some ideas from it or something like that, because you might not have the same exact materials that I have or that I was able to get my hands on. But this right here is obviously, the deck of the trailer, if you will. And if you can't tell, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's a shelf. And as you can see it right here, this is one piece of the shelf right here, and then here's another piece. And what I did is the shelf, it stuck out about to here and about to here, roughly, and it was obviously too big. And so what I did is I cut a piece off here, cut a piece off right here. And at first I didn't have the idea in my head until after I cut it. I realized, I can jam these pieces of the shelf inside of the trailer and use it to kind of complete the trailer all the way around instead of having it flat on the sides. So I jammed it in there, and as you can see, there's holes drilled here, everywhere, and in the middle. And then if you look right here, I have this piece of aluminum. I've had this for a while just sitting in the garage, and I thought I could use it for the tongue of the trailer. And see this thing right here? This is where the trailer hooks on my truck. I don't know what this is. There was like 4 of them laying around in the garage, and as you can see, there's no holes right here, but I drilled holes and mounted it onto there like that, and it works perfectly. But as you can see right here, I cut a hole there, and this slides through. And I just painted the trailer last night, so it's completely dry now. And like I said, I'm going to show you guys, what I used to build it, and then I'm going to put it together right now. So this goes through here. If I can get it through there. See, it goes through there, and there's that. And then I used just these little screws in here. I try to find the shortest ones, like these little short flathead screws, and then put these little nuts on the ends of those. And that's what I used to bolt it down everywhere. And then I'll show you how I put the wheels on after I mount this piece of aluminum in here. So let me mount that. Okay, now you guys can see that I put this flat piece of aluminum through here, and you can see now I bolted it down. I haven't put the washers and the nut on this side yet, because I'm not really going to show you guys that, because like I said, this isn't really a how-to video, because again, you guys might not have the same exact materials as I do. But basically what I did is, as you can see, there's the bolts through there, and then I'd put a washer, then a split washer, and then put a nut on there. I might not even use these same exact washers and split washers. Just again want to give you guys an idea, but I'll do that later after I get done filming this. I'll put all this back on there. Okay, so that's that piece there, and I did the same. As you can see, the bolts aren't in there, but I did the same to hold these side pieces on there and get rid of this, that play there. And now I'll show you what I did to mount the wheels, in case you guys are making a trailer and you're wondering how to mount the wheels, because it took me a while to figure out how to mount the wheels, and finally I came up with this idea and it worked. And this is what I used. It's just a screw, and as you can see, it's kind of, I don't know if you want to say tapered or whatever, but it's not flat basically there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then there's a washer, a split washer, and a little bolt on there, or a little nut, whatever. But there was already holes in the side of this shelf, because again, like I said, this was a shelf, and it had a hole here and a hole right here, and then these 2 holes I drilled out, and these 2 holes I drilled out to mount the wheels. And this is what I did, is the holes that I drilled, I stuck this little screw through there, or bolt, or whatever you want to call it, and then I would stick the washer on, the split washer, and then this little nut right here, if I can get it on. And then for me, the little cross wrench that comes with the axial vehicles worked perfectly to slip over this, and since it's, you know, hollow, it slides right over this, and I'm able to tighten this down. And let me go get the wheels, because I thought I grabbed everything. I grabbed everything I needed but the wheels. So let me go get the wheels. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed the wheels, since I forgot the one very important thing, which is the wheels. They're just Walker Evans 1.9s with Ripsaw tires. They're off of a axial honcho, the SCX10 honcho. And as you guys can see, I went ahead and just put the other bolt in there. And I'll do the other side afterwards, and I'll show you how the trailer works, I guess. But now that you got these bolts in here, make sure to scratch that. Now that I have these bolts in here, what I did is, if you look right here, you can see these little things. I don't know what you would call them. Little, I don't know, sleeves. But what they are is they're out of the chain, out of a bicycle chain. You can see them right inside of here. It's kind of hard to do this with only two hands. If I had another hand, that thing in there, well, it's one of these. And what I did is I would take, I think it's 3 on each axle, if you will. There's 2, and then there's 3 of those. And then I used one of these. I could have just probably kept using those, but they're a pain to get out. But what this is, this came out of this right here, which is a pulley off of a bicycle derailleur, and that goes inside of there like that. So I took 4 of those, or yeah, 4 of those. After I would put these 3, I would put one of these like that, and then I would put a washer like that. And now, if you can see inside the wheel here, that is a bearing. I don't know what size of a bearing this is, but this bearing, it comes out of the steering knuckle of a SCX10, and then inside of there, I can't really get it out. You can see this one. It's a white plastic, like, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a bushing out of a steering servo, and I had 4 of them, and I jammed them inside of the bearing there, and I would do this, stick it in there like that, and it fits right in between these lug nuts on the wheel. So now, after I've put these 3 little spacers there, and then this one big one, and then a washer, then I stick the wheel on, and see inside the wheel I have the wheel hex in there, and that just helps it to give it a surface instead of going in, you know, the washer going inside the wheel hex. That, I don't know, I just put it in there, it helps. Okay, so now the wheel is on. Now I'm going to put another washer right here, and now I'm going to use the wheel nuts that actually hold the wheels on like, you know, an SCX10 or a car. Basically, it's the wheel nut off of an RC car. And now I'll take my little tool and put it on. And I'm going to have to put the camera down to do this. Okay, now I got this one wheel completely on, but as you can see, it doesn't want to spin very easy. So I'll just back the wheel nut off a little bit to where it spins. And there you go, there's a wheel mounted now. And now I'll go ahead and I'll mount all 4 wheels, and then I'll mount down, you know, the rest of the trailer, and I will show you guys how my truck pulls it. So I'll be right back. Oh yeah, and one other thing is these little caps, you can put these on there. They come on, again, the SCX10s, and I don't know what else they come on, but they're the little wheel caps that come on the ready to run trucks. You can stick them on here, just to get, make it look a little better. Okay, now that I got my truck here to show you guys how the trailer works, here's the little hitch that I am using right now. I'll probably eventually get a better hitch because this, I don't know what it's doing to my bumper. It doesn't seem to be hurting it too much. But what that is, if you can see it there, is off of this car. I'm gonna see if I can pop this off. I can't really pop it off right now, but they're little bald, like, I don't know what they're called, but you can see they're inside of here, they're in there. There's one underneath there. I took the one off of here, off the servo steering horn, and changed it out to, this little thingamabop. I don't know what the heck you call it. But anyways, I drilled a hole in there and stuck it in there. And as you can see, the hitch here, or the tongue of the trailer, goes right on there. And it stays on there. And I'm going to show you guys how the trailer works. Let me set this down and close this. Put you guys down here. Hook the trailer on. I'll set this car on the trailer. I don't know if it's gonna stay on there. It might roll off. I gotta make more things for the trailer, like, chains or ropes or something to hold vehicles on. It might stay on there. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So there you have it. That's how I made my trailer. And again, you guys, you might be able to get an idea watching this video, maybe on something you're stuck on while building your trailer. Maybe you're like, oh, I can use that. So hopefully, you got an idea or some sort of inspiration, watching how I built my trailer. And again, it's not really a how-to video because, again, you might not have the same exact materials. So hopefully you got an idea. Again, this was a shelf that I cut the sides off of, and then as I explained to you guys earlier in the video, I smashed it in here, and then I will be bolting it down afterwards, just like I have to finish bolting down this piece of aluminum. I cut a hole there, slid the aluminum through, and then put the wheels on using pieces from bicycle chains and bicycle derailleurs, and then there you go, the wheels are on there. So yeah, that's how it works, and hopefully this helps you guys in some way, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.